Welcome to video 3 in DHM by Samuel Rowe. So now we have some code on my local machine. I've pushed it up to the master branch. I'm ignoring branch policies at this point in time just to get some code up there. And we have a task associated with that code. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to associate inside DevOps that source code and show the connections that we can have between tasks and actual commits. So I can go into here and I can go related work and add a link to the related work. It's going to link the code by clicking on commit, and I'm going to choose a GitHub commit, and the GitHub commit URL is this one here. So I can copy the URL of that commit into there. Okay. Basic Django application committed. Save that. So I now have a basic commit associated with this particular task. Next up, we're going to look at creating a build and release pipeline before we do any more code commit to this repo. So we're going to go down to the code pipeline. I'm going to prototype a pipeline using the classic editor. So I'm going to assign that to myself. And we'll go and have a look in the pipelines. And we'll create our first pipeline. We're going to use the classic editor to prototype it to begin with. So we're going to authorize our connection. Choose our repository. At the moment, we're just going to build it off master. We are going to create an empty job. We're going to prototype this. It's a learning experience for me. I've not tried to create one of these before for a Python application. So we've got an agent pool, agent specification. We're going to use a Linux host because I'm building my app on Linux. First step is going to get the sources. We're then going to, we've got an agent job running on our host with no parallelism. We're going to start out by making sure we have Python installed. I'm going to go with 3.6. We are then going to make sure we have all of our requirements installed. So we're then going to install our dependencies. We're going to do that with a command line. pip install Django. Once once we have Django installed, we are going to have a step to run the tests. So another command line. And we're going to save and queue that. So I'm going to have a look at the build. It was a basic run. The basic Django application. If we have a look at the steps that it went through, we can see that it pulled from our master branch. It ran the checkout step, which was no problem at all. It was set up to use Python 3.6. Installed Django via pip. It ran the Django tests, and then it confirmed it was all finished. So we have a build pipeline that's running the test suite with no tests in it. But for now, that will do. So we go back to, if we go back to our work item in the sprint, no, we're in an agile plan here, so it's not necessarily in a sprint plan. I have a look at my prototype. I have a working build. Save and close.